that is what I call rugby. And someone may or may not have predicted that final score.
Yeah, someone.
Are you feeling good about it?
Of course I am. Actually, I'm not, because I should have put money on this. I should have put money on this.
Good call.
You know?
Yeah.
So I think I should, like from next week on, I'll be putting money on it.
All right. Yes. Let's see how it goes. Very good game there. Dolphins versus Rehoboth Falcons. 42-12. Rehoboth Falcons certainly asserting themselves in that game, as Diana predicted, as I alluded to. We expected that their focus would start picking up on the momentum from the United rugby game last week, and it's good to see them starting to feel like themselves again.
And you were earlier mentioning that maybe the fact that Dolphins were playing on home ground and the weather differences could have made an impact. I didn't believe so, and I mean the result just proved that. Yes,
I mean you're looking at Dolphin. It's been a tough run for them. Of course, it's the first time right now they're new into the league, without a doubt, but they're going to have to find something that allows them to click. The same excuse is not going to work throughout the season.
It really won't, because honestly speaking, in a way I feel like that comes with a lot of discouragement, because then it's kind of like loss after loss after loss. So that eventually plays on your psyche.
Yeah. I mean, especially if you're not finding a way to pick yourself up right after that. But we'll bring you some of the rugby highlights a little later. But for now, let's talk about the local cricket. Yes, there was some cricket today. One match just played in Cricket Namibia's 50-over Premier League. At Wanderers Field, Trusco United suffered a heavy defeat against Imperial Samsung Wanderers when they were bowled out for a total of only 54 runs. Wanderers all-rounder Carl Birkenstock, who was not named in the Namibian team in the T20 World Cup the previous day, was in devastating form as an opening bowler, taking 8 wickets for just 15 runs in 8 overs. Following this demolition job, Birkenstock was the obvious choice as player of the match. Jan Isak, the Phileas, took the other 2 United wickets with 2 for 10 in 2.5 overs. Besides the opening pair of Default Lagrange with 13 and Michael van Lingen with 15, no United batsman reached double figures. There's only one more match, which is going to be on Sunday at Wanderers, with the home team taking on CCD Tigers. Oof.
Yes.
Listen, anytime that batsmen can't make double figures, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how the Wanderers batting went. Wanderers went in to bat JC Bolt 2, Nico Davin 5, and were dismissed by Andre Klazinga and Jack Brussel respectively. Wanderers captain Mikael Dupriez was 19 not out, and JJ Smith 24 not out. Domineering performance from Wanderers. Yeah, you almost want to be like, guys, after the 6th wicket, kind of like take it easy.
Take it easy on the others,
Yeah, but a very good game from Wanderers. But let's stick with cricket.
Yes. So all-rounder Gerard Erasmus will lead Namibia in the upcoming T20 World Cup to be held in the Americas next month. All-rounder JJ Smith has been named as Erasmus's deputy in the 15-member squad announced by Cricket Namibia on Friday. Namibia, featuring in the event for the 3rd straight time, has retained 12 out of the 15 players that participated in the Africa qualifier, which they have won to seal their ticket for the global competition. However, one of the surprises in the squad is the exclusion of all-rounder Nicole Lofty-Eaton, along with Piquet of France and Sean Fuchs. The 23-year-old Lofty-Eaton is currently undergoing disciplinary proceedings in Namibia. He struck a record-breaking T20 international ton in just 33 deliveries against Nepal in February this year. Meanwhile, pacers Dylan Leisha, Ruben Trumpelman and Jack Brussel have made it to the team following the Under-19 World Cup outing earlier this year in South Africa. However, they had not featured in the qualifiers. Namibia has been clubbed in Group B alongside defending champion England, Australia, Scotland and Oman, while they play their opener against the latter in Barbados on June the 2nd.
All right, so let's get into the actual squad itself, who we can expect to represent Namibia at the T20 World Cup. The captain, as you know, is Gerard Erasmus, Zane Green, Michael van Lingen, Dylan Leisha, Ruben Trumpelman, Jack Brussel, Ben Shikongo, Tangeni Lungameni, Nico Davin, JJ Smith, Jan Freilenk, JP Kotze, David Visa, Bernard Schultz, Malan Kruger, and PD Blegnot. Interesting thing about Blignot. He is the youngest player who's been selected to represent Namibia. Now, before we get some words from Blignot, let's first listen to Richelieu's Eagles captain Gerard Erasmus as he spoke to us after the announcement of Cricket Namibia squad of 16 players at the upcoming T20 Cup.
Right, so with us Namibia captain Gerard Erasmus. So Gerard, a whole bunch of new players in the squad compared to the previous World Cups. So how do you feel about the youngsters that came in?
Yeah, it's always exciting for us as management and as a squad to welcome not only new talent but that fresh energy that they bring to the squad. So names like Dylan Lager, Pierre Blignot coming in, that's very exciting for us. Not only does it create good camaraderie and stuff, but it brings a real competition for places in the squad. So definitely excited about this balance that we have.
Okay, so a lot has been said about the pool that you are in, and the tough opponents. How do you feel about your prospects in the tournament?
Yeah, we're still looking to progress. We saw in the previous World Cup we played one of our better games of cricket against Sri Lanka and comfortably beat them. So that can happen in a T20 cricket. And, the way that we've closed the skill gap over the last couple of years has been really commendable and something we look to continuously take forward. There will obviously be a little bit of pressure on us to beat Scotland and Oman just as a result of our previous run of World Cups. We've done really well, so there's that expectation that we should do well again. So I think the goal remains to always progress, and a successful World Cup will definitely be to beat the first two teams and then put ourselves in a good place to progress by beating England or Australia.
Okay, so maybe finally just in short, so from today until the World Cup starts, so what does your program look like?
So we're going to leave next week, Wednesday or Friday, and then we've got 6 warm-up games lined up for us in the West Indies. They're in St. Kitts and in Trinidad, so a good time to start feeling the conditions, the island, Pacific different weather patterns, different pitches that we haven't played on before, and then also to play against good opposition, which is always the key in your preparation, is to play against the best and get a really high tempo game to get onto that level that a World Cup requires. So we'll be facing, for example, Afghanistan, Papua New Guinea or Uganda, but a game like Afghanistan with some of the best bowlers in the world, that's something that can really push your level up nice and high before the World Cup starts.
Now, earlier on, Ashwin, you highlighted that PD Blignot is the youngest player selected to represent Namibia at the ICC T20 World Cup to be held in the West Indies. The 18-year-old Blignot and 19-year-old right-arm fast bowler Jack Brassel stood out in their performances at the ICC Under-19 World Cup in South Africa earlier this year. Let's have a look.
Alright, so with us Pierre Blignot. Your name was just read out as a member of the touring squad to the World Cup. So the youngest member of the team, I believe. So how does it feel to get this announcement?
It feels great, being able to represent my country at the top level, being able to tour to the guys and with the guys, and yeah, it's a great privilege.
Okay, so you've had some exposure at the Under-19 World Cup earlier this year, which went generally well. Maybe not results-wise for the team, but in terms of performances. How do you feel that'll stand you in good stead?
Yeah, I think my performance at the Under-19 World Cup was pretty good. So yeah, if I can perform like that here now at the Men's World Cup, I think I'll definitely stand a good chance. Yeah, play well.
How do you feel in general about the team's performance building up to this World Cup?
I think the team's in really good shape right now. I think everyone's coming up to their peak now. I think we're gonna peak in the World Cup, and yeah, so I feel quite good about it.
Mr. Blignot, you look very familiar. You kind of look like a certain Andy Blignot who once played for Zimbabwe. We'll research into that. But very good to see the young ones, particularly in cricket. It means that our future is set. If you're already taking young ones to the T20, hopefully he performs well. You know what I mean?
But even if he does, this can be a learning curve.
Oh yeah, definitely. It is the best kind of learning curve at the biggest stage in the world for that discipline. All right, now let's talk bowling.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
By the way, in case of viewers don't know, last year I was commentating bowling and I fell in love with the sport. So I'm very excited that the championships happened today. The long-awaited finals of the Namibian National Bowling Championships of the Namibian Bowling Association took place today at the courts of Eros Windhoek Bowling Club in the capital. Men's and women's members from 7 clubs, including Walvis Bay, Swakopmund, Tsumeb, and 4 from Windhoek, had been battling it out in every discipline of the sport since the previous Saturday. Now, the women's and men's pairs were played on the first day of the elite tournament at the Windhoek and Eros courts, respectively. During the competition, the women and men alternated venues each of the days. Now, in the finals today, the best was saved for last, with the qualifying finalists as follows. Women's singles, Marieke van der Berg, who is the defending champion, against Michelle Vermeulen. Women's doubles, Marieke van der Berg versus Pietro Breet against Truda Meerden and Maureen Sadler. Women's triples, Marieke is busy. Susan Venter, Pietro Breet against Angeline Viljoen, Michelle Vermeulen and Amanda Steenkamp. In the men's singles, Christo Kat Steenkamp, the defending champion, was against Julian Viljoen. In the men's doubles, it was Skalk van Fake and Claude Thornburn against Waylon Wenzel and Freddie Fouch. And in the men's triples, it was Colin Peake, Christo De Beer and Dirk Beert against Skalk van Fake, Julian Viljoen and Gordon Damster. Now, guess who won?
I'm going to go on a whim here and say Marieke.
Of course you did.
She's
3
the
times
champion.
over. Don't get it twisted. Here is Marieke in her own words.
I'm here with the ladies national singles champion for 2024, Marieke van der Berg. Or is it Vandenberg? Vandenberg. This is the 3rd year in a row that she conquered the title. Marieke, how was the play today in the singles final?
I'm happy to see the youngsters coming through. They are not easy, so you have to fight for the title each time, and I think it was the experience that pulled me through at the end. Yes.
Yeah, I've watched the game, and I think your nerves, the butterflies were there, but they were like in formation, like they put it. Marieke, congratulations. Anyone else that you would like to thank for your achievement for the 3rd time in a year, winning the singles title?
I would like to thank King Price for being the sponsor. We haven't had a sponsor in a while, and thank you for being there, and thank you for supporting bowls.
Marieke, thank you very much. As is all with me, thank you very much for your time, and once again, congratulations.
Thank you.
You can see that smile. She's definitely happy to bag her 3rd consecutive win.
Well done to Marieke van der Berg. Sorry for pronouncing your name, Marieke. I don't know what happened there. I totally I brought it home. But 3-time champion Marieke van der Berg made it happen yet again in the bowling championships.
Yes, and a big congratulations to her.
Absolutely.
I mean, she is the defending champion.
Yes.
And you would not want to lose your title.
Oh, exactly. Do you know who else didn't want to lose their title? Kat Steenkamp. Have a look.
I've got Kat Steenkamp, the 2024 men's single champion for the 2nd year in a row, Kat.
Yeah,
you won the battle by 21 shots to 10 versus Julian Barth. Viljoen, sorry for that one. At the Eros Bowling Club in Windhoek. Kat, it wasn't that easy.
No, it wasn't. Julian is obviously a very skilled opponent. It was it's a good one getting one up on him. I think it was a good game, very competitive. Everything. In hindsight, just happy it's done.
Yeah. Cut the weather played quite well along, nicely. No rain, although it looks like there's something in the air.
Yeah, it's the weather had quite an influence on the week actually. In the mornings the greens tend to firm up a bit, and then it's a bit quicker. And then in midday it releases a bit of moisture, and then it becomes a bit slower. So you have to be very attentive when bowling. So it was all in all, it was, thanks to all the greenkeepers and everyone who prepared the greens. Job well done.
Anyone that you would like to thank Kat for your achievement?
Yeah, obviously the wife and the kids first. Taking a week off work is never easy, and wife has to babysit two very busy boys. So yeah, I'd like to thank her really. Obviously it's also a birthday week, so yeah, in the dog box there. But yeah, my family and especially my close friends like Axel and guys who support you throughout the week. It's what you need. You need someone to carry you through the week. So yeah, to all my friends, family, thanks. It's thanks for allowing me to play.
Good. Just finally, this is not a game just for old people or people in the midlife with a midlife crisis. I saw very young boys playing today. Youngsters as well. So
yeah, it's not a game of age or race or abled or disabled. It's really a game for everybody. We've got a responsibility, and thanks to King Price, for the advertisement. It's great getting someone like that on board, so we can get the game to a bigger audience. We do have a responsibility as bowlers to promote the sport to everyone, regardless age, race, able, disabled, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Everybody's welcome, and obviously the future of the sport is the youngsters, so we need them, and the more we can get, the better.
God, thank you very much for your time, and once again, congratulations with your consecutive national title, singles title.
Thank you so much.
All smiles for the champions there.
Hey, all smiles for the champions. Last year's like this year. We love the consistency. All right, so football. The PST Bet NFA Cup is well underway. We have some results from the games today, but just in case you need a refresher on exactly what this cup means, here's PST Bet.
A powerful collaboration and partnership between PST Bet and the Namibian Football Association. This is by far the most common soccer tournament in the land of the brave. Teams from all regions participate in the same tournament with one common goal: to win the ultimate prize of being crowned the PST NFA Cup champions and an opportunity to participate on the continent. We are delighted to note that the tournament has already successfully progressed to the round of 32, with notable and interesting surprises making it into this round. We cannot wait to kick off this round because it will be action-packed and exciting. Given the success of the recent Nedbank Newspaper Cup in Rehoboth, we are encouraged to see so many talented young footballers coming through the ranks. In the round of 32, for instance, we noted a team called Geros Urikop Football Academy from Oshikoto, coached and managed by the former deadly goal poacher of the Brave Warriors. It is indeed encouraging to see such development and many other teams. PST Bet is committed to making this year's tournament a success, and we thank the NFA leadership and staff for allowing us to partner with you. As we enter the round of 32, we urge all teams and officials to remain disciplined and come with their A game, so that we give the fans what they deserve, which is only best of Namibian football. With these few words, we wish all the 32 teams, including the teams that will be participating in the women football, all the best, and let the best teams win. Remember, All we expect from you is to play, and PSD Bet will pay. I thank you.
All right, so now we have to get into the results.
Today.
And it was not a good day for Swakopmund FC.
It wasn't a good day for soccer bond in rugby
general.
And football, to be fair.
Yeah,
Good
so-
thing you guys have the weather.
True.
The weather.
So Swakopmund FC lost against Civics. Not by 1 goal, not by 2 goals, but by 5
My goodness.
goals.
Who are the goal scorers?
So, John Gasonu managing to net 2 goals, Romario 1, Rivaldo Chavanap 1, and Mandero Muso also putting in 1, bringing the total to 5 goals for Civics and 0 for Swakopmund FC.
As the Civics make it to the final round of 16 at the NFA Cup. The other game is Oriza Sativa FC. They took on Geros Urihoba and it was 1-1. However, Oriza Sativa FC won 4-2 on penalties, which means that Oriza Sativa FC has made it into the final round of 16 at the PST Bet NFA Cup. We love to see it.
We love to see it, but I have a love-hate relationship with penalties because I generally don't think it's a good. It's good to win using penalties because that just shows basically how your team is structured in a way. Yeah, because if you're failing to get any goals in during the game and then you have to rely on penalties.
No, but if you have a good keeper.
If you have a good keeper, then that's great.
That's
but
good.
Statistically speaking,
It's a tough
most
one.
penalties.
Yeah. Penalties are a heartbreaking situation.
Yes.
But I think maybe that's why we love it. The unpredictability of it all. It comes down to the small margins. You might have been playing confidently throughout the game. When you're at the penalty spot, your legs are shaking. We want to see that. We like the action.
I don't like the action. I'm an anxious person. I don't like it because it's almost guaranteed that
Then
ball
right now
will go in.
you should probably close your eyes because we're about to talk about the English Premier League title race, and oh my goodness, how the tables have turned. Let's have a look at the English Premier League results from today because the games have already been getting played, and there's the result I'm not happy about right there at the top. Manchester City 4, Fulham 0, which means Manchester City is officially at the top of the table. They cannot lose a game. Arsenal cannot lose a game. Liverpool is officially out of the race. That's also what that result means. West Ham getting the best of Luton Town 3-1. Bournemouth falling to Brentford 2-1. Everton beating Sheffield 1-0. Wolves 1 as Crystal Palace got 3. Newcastle Brighton shared the spoils. There's still some games to be played. As you can see, today it's going to be Nottingham Forest versus Chelsea, Villa versus Liverpool play on Monday, Arsenal versus United. That's the main game. It's going to be played tomorrow. But there's one more result I left out: Tottenham and Burnley. Why? Because Tottenham won 2-1, which means Vincent Kompany and Burnley are officially relegated.
Oh, heartbreaking.
Very heartbreaking news. They did their best, but it was too heavy a task.
Their best
It was
wasn't good enough.
Their best was just not good enough.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right, so
How does the log look?
the log is looking intense. It's looking quite intense with Man City sitting pretty there, managing to win their last 5 games. Arsenal with 36 points.
Is that 36 games, 83 points?
36
Just
games,
2
yes.
points behind Manchester City?
Liverpool, 78 points. Aston Villa sitting pretty at number 4 with 67 points. And then Tottenham, 5th place.
5th place. They're trying to figure things out. And, at this point, Arsenal rests all its hopes on Tottenham.
I'm not looking forward to tomorrow because
Manchester United.
it's taking, Arsenal and
definitely.
Manchester
Definitely.
United. Knowing what happened today, Arsenal is going to be bringing their A game tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Because they do not want to lose.
That said, Arsenal has not had the best of results at Old Trafford. It's been over 10 times at Old Trafford where Arsenal has not managed to come up with a win. However, this is a very different Arsenal and certainly a different Manchester United. I mean, very different. Of course, in our wrap-up show on the Sunday drop, we'll give you the words from Arteta and Ten Hag
Who always
heading
has a
into
plan.
that. Who always has a plan. Ten
always
Hag,
has a plan.
Arteta has a plan. Ten Hag is an excuse. He always
No, he's always saying, I have a plan. We have a plan.
We have a plan. We are working something out. So yeah, English Premier League title race is definitely going down to the
just
nail.
2
It's going to
games,
be a
2
tough
matches
one.
left, right?
2 matches left, 2 weekends left. Arsenal has to get it done. City has to get it done. It's officially 2 teams. Just a reminder, Liverpool is officially out of the race. Burnley is officially out of the Premier League. They're going to go back to the first division as they got relegated after their loss against Tottenham. Speaking of losing, there's a team in France that lost definitely the best left winger in the world. I mean, come on, Kylian Mbappe.
Yes.
Has called it a day.
So, France striker Kylian Mbappe says he will leave Paris Saint-Germain at the end of the season. Mbappe, 25, announced the decision in a video released on his social media. Mbappe's contract with PSG expires in June, and BBC Sport reported in February that he had agreed to a deal to join Real Madrid in the summer. Now, the World Cup winner is PSG's record goal scorer with, get this, 255 goals.
Wow, incredible.
Yes, and will play his final home game at the Parc des Princes against Toulouse in Ligue 1 on Sunday at 8. Now, after that, PSG have away fixtures at Nice and Metz before the French Cup final against Lyon at the Stade Pierre-Mauroy in Lille on the 25th of May. Paris-born Mbappe, who joined PSG from Monaco for £165.7 million in August 2017, said the club helped him grow as a player and grow as a man as well.
All right, let's hear it from himself. Here's a video that Kylian Mbappe posted on his social media with regards to his imminent exit from PSG.
C'est Kylian. Voilà, je voulais m'adresser à vous. Depuis le temps, j'avais toujours dit que j'allais m'adresser à vous quand le moment serait venu. Et donc, je voulais vous annoncer à tous que voilà, c'est ma dernière année au Paris Saint-Germain. Je ne vais pas prolonger et je vais terminer mon aventure dans quelques semaines. Je vais jouer mon dernier match au Parc des Princes dimanche. C'est beaucoup d'émotions, beaucoup d'années où j'ai eu la chance et l'immense honneur de faire partie du plus grand club de France, l'un des meilleurs du monde, qui m'a permis d'arriver ici, de connaître ma première expérience dans un club avec beaucoup de pression, de grandir comme joueur, bien sûr, en côtoyant certains qui étaient les meilleurs de l'histoire, certains des grands champions, de côtoyer pas mal de gens, de grandir en tant qu'homme aussi, avec toute la gloire et les erreurs que j'ai pu faire. Je voudrais remercier tout d'abord, bien sûr, les coéquipiers, l'ensemble des coéquipiers que j'ai eus, l'ensemble des entraîneurs, Unai Emery, Thomas Tuchel, Mauricio Pochettino, Christophe Galtier et Luis Enrique, les directeurs sportifs, Leonardo et Luis Campos, de m'avoir toujours accompagné, l'ensemble des gens au club, ceux que les gens ne voient pas, les gens de l'ombre, que ce soit les kinés, les intendants, les gens de la performance, tous les gens dans les bureaux, au campus, tout le monde. Parce que voilà, il y a des personnes qui sont formidables, qui donnent tout pour le club et elles méritent d'avoir cette reconnaissance. Malgré tout ce qui peut se passer en dehors, tout ce nuage médiatique qui entoure parfois le club, il y a vraiment des amoureux du club qui veulent défendre et faire briller ce club et ça fait plaisir. Et je sais qu'avec toutes ces personnes, ce club il est entre de bonnes mains. C'est difficile. Je ne pensais pas que ça allait être aussi dur d'annoncer ça, de quitter mon pays. La France, la Ligue 1, un championnat que j'ai toujours connu. Mais je pense que j'avais besoin de ça, un nouveau challenge après 7 années. C'est difficile et bien sûr, il y a des gens que je voudrais remercier par-dessus tout, c'est les supporters. Je sais que je ne suis pas le joueur le plus démonstratif, je n'ai pas toujours été à la hauteur de l'amour que vous m'avez donné pendant 7 ans, mais je n'ai jamais voulu tricher, j'ai toujours voulu être performant. Le PSG, c'est un club qui laisse personne indifférent. On peut aimer ou on peut détester. Moi, j'ai choisi de l'aimer. Et je l'ai fait pendant 7 ans, avec des hauts et des bas, bien sûr, mais à aucun moment, je regrette d'avoir signé dans ce club prestigieux. C'est un club que je vais garder dans ma mémoire toute ma vie. Je dirai à tout le monde toute ma vie que j'ai eu la chance de jouer ici. Et maintenant, je ne serai plus un joueur et je vais continuer à regarder tous les matchs, bien sûr, parce que c'est c'est un club qui va toujours m'intéresser et je vais toujours m'intéresser de près à l'actualité du club. C'était moi, avec mes qualités et mes défauts, mais j'ai essayé de donner la meilleure version de moi-même pendant ces 7 ans. Mais avant tout, je veux vous dire merci parce que sans vous, j'aurais pas pu vivre la moitié de toutes les émotions que j'ai vécues. Et juste pour ça, je suis reconnaissant à vie. Donc, merci à tous. J'espère qu'on va finir cette année avec un dernier trophée. On va passer des bons moments pour ce qui reste. Mais sachez que vous resterez pour mon cœur pour la vie. Ici, c'est Paris et au revoir.
Why did that make me emotional?
Au revoir, Monsieur Mbappé. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Oh, yeah.
It's a shame.
But then how do you say hello in Spanish? Because we know he's going to Real Madrid.
Hola.
I mean, hola, señor.
Hola, señor Mbappé. ¿Cómo está?
That's the common rumor. He hasn't fully confirmed it yet. I was checking out a very popular YouTuber. His name is Ninja, and he's always at these football games. He gets exclusive things, and he's been saying that Mbappe may not go to Madrid.
Oh.
Yes.
But if not Madrid, then where?
I know where he'll be perfect.
Where?
Well, a team that happens to have a former French legend, a team that needs just one piece in order for them to hit their mark.
Let us know what
A team
it
called
is.
Arsenal. I'm just putting it out there.
Surprise,
But before
surprise.
we do this, let's not get into that. Let's talk about the Olympics.
Yes, let us talk about the Olympics. So there have been 10 African relay teams who have qualified for the 2024 Olympics. African relay teams from Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, Botswana, and Cote d'Ivoire and Liberia are gearing up to compete in various races at the 2024 Olympics in Paris this summer, winter for us. But at the recent World Athletics Relays Bahamas 24, Botswana made history by winning the men's sprint event, marking the first time an African country achieved such a feat. Botswana's men 4x400 meter team secured gold with an impressive time of 2.59.11 minutes, dominating the competition and securing their spot at the Olympics. Nigeria's team also qualified for the Olympics despite not finishing on the podium during the finals. The World Relays served as Olympic qualifiers for 70 out of the 80 sports across 5 relay events, with 10 African teams from 6 countries qualifying for 4 events. Nigeria qualified in all but the women's 4x400 meter event, making them one of 6 countries to qualify for 4 events. In addition to the men's 4x400 meters, Nigeria's mixed 4x400 meter team secured the Olympic berth by qualifying for the final and setting a new African record. Both the men's and women's 4x100 meter teams from Nigeria also qualified for the Olympics, along with teams from Liberia, Ghana, and South Africa. Cote d'Ivoire joined Nigeria as the only other African country to qualify for the women's 4x100 meter event, finishing second in their qualifying heat. Despite their unorthodox training approach, the Ivorian team expressed their delight at qualifying for Paris and emphasized the importance of setting up relay camps to improve their performance and teamwork.
Let's go, Africa.
Yes.
Let's go, Africa. We love to see it. Let's talk Formula One. Lando Norris getting things done for the first time. It was lovely to see.
Yes.
A breath of fresh air. McLaren's Lando Norris clinched his maiden Formula One victory with a stunning triumph over reigning world champion Max Verstappen at the Miami Grand Prix in a remarkable turn of events that injected excitement into a season that risked being dominated by a single driver. Norris emerged victorious in his 110th race for McLaren, crossing the finish line over 7 seconds ahead of Verstappen, while Ferrari's Charles Leclerc claimed third place. Verstappen, who had clinched victory in 4 out of the first 5 races of the season and led the championship standings, started from pole position. Now, a crucial advantage for Norris came when he pitted during a safety car period on lap 30, giving him a significant time advantage over his rivals. Now, the safety car was deployed after Kevin Magnussen made contact with Logan Sargent, resulting in Sargent crashing into the wall and prompting yellow flags. It's about time, huh? Remarked Norris. I knew that we had the pace. Today we managed to put it together. Expressing gratitude for his team support, Norris highlighted his belief in McLaren, stating, I stuck with McLaren because I could believe in them, and I did believe in them, and today proved exactly that. As Norris pulled into the pit lane, he was greeted with applause from his team, congratulations from fellow drivers, and cheers from the crowd gathered at the Miami International Autodrome. Truly an important moment for Norris, for McLaren. Of course, you're like, Lewis,
Let's not talk
how
about
different
Lewis.
are your cars? At this stage, I wouldn't be surprised if Lewis Hamilton is obeying all road rules because he's going to Ferrari. He might be stopping at traffic lights. What do you need from me, officer? He's not in. He might not be in a rush.
All right, but now for Lando Norris, the problem comes with now maintaining that because now we know he can.
We know he can win one race.
Yeah, but then that's the
maintenance
thing.
against Verstappen is a real tough one.
Exactly.
But you know, there's someone who knows more about Formula One than us. Her name is Irina Marie van der Vault, and this is what she had to say after the Miami Grand Prix.
The Miami Grand Prix and the upgrades brought to McLaren's MCL 38 car certainly went the way they would have hoped it would, with Lando Norris claiming his first ever victory in Formula One after starting his 5th season in the sport earlier this year. McLaren obviously are also a constructor who have not been able to win since Daniel Ricciardo took in the top step of the podium for them at Monza in 2021. Devout fans of the sport may remember the tattoo that McLaren Racing CEO Zak Brown has on his left upper arm to commemorate this win. The question now is, will Zak Brown get a tattoo to commemorate Lando Norris's win at the Miami Grand Prix? Lando Norris obviously holding a rather unwelcome record of being the driver with the most podium finishes in Formula One without being able to secure a win. The upgrades package, as I mentioned, was probably working for them. The MCL 38 came with bodywork and an engine cover that had been reshaped. They also had a new side pod inlet and a reshaped Coke bottle section toward the back of their car. These all work together with their new underfloor. They also had a new front wing and new front suspension geometry, as well as changes to their front brake ducts, which they would hope would give their front brake ducts better airflow. They also brought changes to their rear wing and their brake duct winglets to better exploit the new airflow they were hoping to bring to their brake ducts. Aside from Lando Norris's win, the MCL 38 also looked rapid on Oscar Piastri, who was able to keep pace with Carlos Sainz in the Ferrari for the majority of the Miami Grand Prix this year. After picking up damage to the left of his front wing, Oscar Piastri was left to pit rather soon after a safety car, meaning the pack had not separated in the way that one would have hoped for Oscar Piastri's sake, meaning Oscar Piastri came out of the pit lane plumb last and had to fight his way back. Despite this rather unwelcome result for McLaren, there is still hope in the fact that Oscar Piastri's semi-upgraded McLaren ended up taking the fastest lap of the race. He, however, did not get this championship point, and neither did McLaren get the championship point for the fastest lap of the race, given that Oscar Piastri did not end within the top 10 of the Miami Grand Prix, despite a stellar drive back after coming out dead last of the pit lane. McLaren are not the only ones who have brought upgrades, and there are developments to storylines with these upgrades. Some constructors like Aston Martin brought very track-specific upgrades to their cars, but Mercedes also brought a considerable upgrades package. All the Mercedes upgrades are based around a new floor. Their roof geometry has also been altered, and the same goes for their floor edge. They also have new underfloor geometry, which they claim has brought an increased load from the floor by improving flow to the diffuser. If you don't know the story of the Miami Grand Prix yet, here it is in a nutshell. So a collision between Logan Sargent for Williams and Kevin Magnussen for Haas brought out a safety car. Kevin Magnussen has since been penalized for causing this collision with Logan Sargent. The safety car, full safety car, not a virtual safety car, the full safety car came out and lasted 2 laps. Lando Norris and McLaren, should I rather say, decided to pit under these safety car conditions, and this was on lap 30 of 57 of the race. So going into the pit lane, Lando Norris was just under 32 seconds ahead of Max Verstappen in the Red Bull, and Max Verstappen was about 35 seconds behind Lando Norris by the time Norris came out of the pit lane. Funny enough, for a little bit of humor, Lando Norris was not behind the safety car by the time he came out of the pit lane, so the safety car and the pack had to catch up to Lando Norris in order to be able to get the safety car ahead of him. By the time the safety car ended at the end of these 2 laps, Lando Norris was, however, leading behind the safety car and was not a lot ahead of Max Verstappen. He did, however, have tyres that were about 5 laps younger than Max Verstappen's, which gave him a clear chance to get away from Max Verstappen and gain a lead. By the end of the Grand Prix, he was about 7.7 seconds ahead of Max Verstappen. After the safety car had gone back in, Lando Norris was about a second ahead of Max Verstappen when they got to the back straight of the Miami Autodrome. Why this is significant is because this could potentially mean that Red Bull now have to look out for yet another challenger. Red Bull still enjoying the kind of dominance they have for a number of seasons now, but having McLaren on their back certainly won't help their case. We'll have to see what happens at Imola for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix next weekend.
Wow. Thank you, Ariana.
Yeah, that was very informative because I think people just hear F1 and they don't actually get what is going on.
And you know what, as far as Namibia, I can safely say there's not a single other Namibian space with a woman that is talking Formula One.
Exactly.
And so to you, Ariana, as a pioneer, kudos.
Kudos to you. Now, Glasgow Warriors. It wasn't just Dolphins and Rehoboth Falcons going at it. Glasgow Warriors were going against the Vodacom Bulls. Now, they fell agonizingly short with a second half comeback as the Vodacom Bulls emerged 40-34 winners in the United Rugby Championship clash at Loftus Versfeld. Trailing 37-10 entering the final quarter, the league leaders responded by running in 3 tries in 8 minutes to raise hopes of extending their winning run in the URC to 7 matches. But fly half Chris Smith landed a penalty to the Bulls out of reach and inflict on their opponents a first loss in the competition since December.
I can live with that. There's one Ernst Fenske who I know is definitely celebrating right now. And that picture you first saw with the results is actually the Loftus kids. The Blue Bulls are using them as their cover art for all their games today, which is lovely. Check that out.
Oh, that is
That's
beautiful.
just a regular Loftus kid, which is so awesome. I mean, I'm sure he feels very great. Very well done to the Blue Bulls. We're going to take a quick break before we return with the wrap-up show. Welcome to the wrap-up show with Ashton Betty and Diana Master. NSSU Athletics being the absolute best. You know what I mean? The creme de la creme. Bringing the creme de la creme together.
And I understand why you would be saying that, because we saw records being broken today.
All records were being broken. High jump, long jump. We've got all the footage. Do make sure you check out oneup2.com, YouTube. You can see a lot of the races over there live on NTV. But for now, we're going to give you some glimpses of how it all went, and we're going to keep it exciting. Let's have a look at the 200-meter sprints and the 100-meter preliminary dashes.
We have Deli Yorita from the Commerce region, lane 4 Shepherds Alexandra from the Commerce region, as well as Shipura Bukamuna in the 5th lane from the Othornjupa region. In the 6th lane, we have Mushongo Sara from the Irongo region, as well as Yambo Rejoice from Irongo region in the 7th lane. And in the 8th lane, we have Shinavene Linea from the Ohangwena region.
Of course, and that is your under 15 girls 200-meter finals.
Beautiful, beautiful. I think the lanes to look at once again is Deli Orita and Alexander Schiepers, or Schiepers. Apologies for butchering the surname there a little bit. However, I think those are the athletes to look at because they've been doing absolutely amazing.
Yes. If you look at their races during earlier in the day, you could see that these athletes are here to show how it's done. And you look at the likes of Deli Orita. She has dominated in most of the sporting activities that she took place in today, and that is exciting. And you also look at Schiepers Alexandra, and of course it's going to be a tight game, or a tight race as we say, and as we call it, it's going to be one of those neck to neck again.
Yeah, boy, neck to neck. I just enjoy seeing these athletes, of course, sweat for those last.
Of course, the
wins.
crowd is electric, and the tension is palpable there on the stadium as they wait for the starter's gun to just say poof. And then, of course, the officials have indicated their readiness. Let's go!
Off they go!
Who is our next?
Take a look at this from the Khomas region. That is
Khomas region.
Marie. There is Alexandra Schiepers. Absolutely amazing. Well done. Beautiful. Love it. Everything of that race was just beautiful.
Yes, and we did indicate to you guys, have a look or take a look at Alexander Schiepers and of course
Deli Orita.
And those are your athletes from Khomas region, and ensuring that they are remaining consistent in the participating of these national championships.
We recognize the hard work you are putting in.
Indeed. Well, if you thought that's all we had for you, you are just not.
Here we go. And we have a look at Kambiri Kadaso.
She's already taking
Kambiri Kadaso. Oh, my heck region. Oh, my heck region. Kambiri Kadaso. She is being chased by Khomas region.
Khomas region versus Kambiri. Who's going to take it? This is going to be a close one. Oh my God, it's going to be a close one. Kambiri.
Who is our next?
Take a look at this from the Khomas region. That is
Khomas region.
Marie. There is Alexandra Schiepers. Absolutely amazing. Well done. Beautiful. Love it. Everything of the.
This is under 19 girls.
Take a look at Hardap region coming in. There is Julianne leading the race. Julianne coming for the 100-meter mark. Julianne still leading by a gap. Julianne is closing in. Hardap region is coming in for the win. Beautifully done by Julianne. In the 4th lane, coming in for the win, current record holder, NSSU record holder. He is coming in, 100-meter mark, still looking comfortably, glazing, breathing. Take a look at him breathe. There he goes.
That is Tateda. Dr. Tateda from Khomas region.
Off they go. Of course, there they go. Let's take a look at as they come for the 100-meter mark. There, of course, Oshana and Khomas region are going to battle it head on. There comes Oshana Ismelda. She is coming. She is leading. There she goes. The race is between Khomas region and Oshana region. However, no. There comes Othornjupa region. It is a close one, neck to neck. But no, there goes Luca van Beek from the Khomas. Off they go. This is going to be an interesting one. We see Hardap region there. Komas region coming in. Komas and Hardap. Komas region. Or is this Irongo? That is Komas or Irongo, one of the two, seeing us from the team sheets.
Of course, those are the boys under 15 to 100 meters. You can see right there.
There goes.
Look at the speed. Look
Irongo
at the speed.
and Hardap.
Neck to neck. Neck to neck.
Hardap
Look
region
at
is
the
leading. Hardap region is leading. Hardap region leads. Hardap region leads. Irongo region. Who's going to come first?
It is a tight one.
It's going to be.
It is a
Ooh!
tight
Hardap
one.
region
Hardap
takes
region
the win.
Okay, Claudia, there we go.
Ooh. Take a look at the Komas region. Nope. That is the.
That is Pena Esmeralda. Pena Esmeralda.
Esmeralda.
Pena Esmeralda. Of course.
Beautifully done.
That is Pena Esmeralda.
Off they go. Take a look at them coming there. Ochodon Jupa region. Ochodon Jupa region is leading. Ochodon Jupa region is still leading, coming in for the finish line. Who is going to take this one? The gap is way too large. Ochodon Jupa region takes it all the way. Off they go. Take a look at Vikavango East region. Ooh!
That is Nanuses Valencia Kunene region. Nanuses.
Beautifully done there by Nanuse. Off they go. Ooh. Take a look at that is
that is of course Chilinga Eugene from Irongo region.
Beautifully done by the Irongo region. Off they go. There you see the Kunene region. Komas region is now leading. It's Kunene and Komas. Komas is in the beginning there, leading the race. Beautifully done there. Beautifully done. It was the race. There they go. Irongo region is currently leading this race. Irongo region is still leading the race. Beautifully done. Off they go. Take a look at lane 2. Kadondunge. Ochodon Jupa region comes out of the blue. Shipura Baukuma. Beautifully done there. Take a look at that. The 7th lane, we have Simon Jennifer. Take a look there. They go. Under 15. We see there. Woo! This is a beautiful race there. We see Irongo region coming in for the win. Beautifully done by Irongo region's Sarah Mushonga. Ooh! There you see Kandume Lucia from the Ohangwena region. Started off very strong. Is she going to endure all the way up until the end? That is Irongo region's Iyambo Rejoice taking actually the win. I think Kandume, who was supposed to be in the 2nd lane. Off they go. Take a look at Delio Rita. Lumei Janssen van Rensburg started off strongly. Lumei Janssen van Rensburg coming in for the winner. Beautifully done as mentioned. That is the lane to look at. And she comes in strong, crossing the finish line as number 1. Lumei Janssen van Rensburg. Off they go. Woo! Look at Maton Mihalsko from the Hardap region. Nobody can catch. Woo! That was almost a close one. Komas region almost got up there, but Mihalsko started off way too strong. Off they go. Take a look at the Karas region. Currently leading there is Matthias Ludwin. Matthijs Ludwin. Nope. Irongo region comes in and steals the lead. Beautifully done there by the Irongo region. Absolutely. Off they go. Woo! Hardap region had an absolutely amazing start. Irongo region coming in there. Take a look at Saber Petris as mentioned. Take a look at the 3rd lane and he just showed us why. Beautifully. Off they go. Good start here. We see the Kavango West region. Nope. Komas. Karas. Beautifully done there by the Karas regions. Hamel Elton has mentioned the man to look at. Off they go. Karas region, and Karas. Off they go. Take a look at the Komas region. Woo! Beautifully done by the Komas region. That is Bernice. Off they go. Take a look there. Kambiri Kadasho stealing the lead already. Nicolise Lombard. Kambiri Kadasho. There she goes, as we love to say here on NTVE.
There they go. Under 17. Under 17 100-meter dash. Under 17, of course, you see Daniel from... there we go. There we go. There we go. Look at Hardap region. Hardap region. Look at Hardap region. That is Besinga Caleb. Go, under 17. Under 17, boys. 100 meter. That is close call. That is close call. That is. There we go. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. That is close. There we go. That is under 19. That is the under 19. This Hardap region. Hardap region. Represented by Julianne. Well done, Julianne. Well. Yes, there we go. There we go. There we go. That is Philippus Jasmine from Irongo region. Philippus Jasmine. There we go. There we go. Boys under 19. 100 meter. Boys under 19. Neck to neck. Whoa! That was absolutely close. There we go. There we go. Boys under 19. 100 meter. Boys under 19. Neck to neck. Whoa! That was absolutely close. There we go. There we go. Yes, of course, that is the under 19. Look at that. Look at the under 19. Omaheke region. This is the under 19 heat number 2. Hardap region. That is, of course, Kawasa Prince. Lead. That is the long jump there while we await for the boys. Heat 3.
NSSU Athletics, absolutely exciting, going from Friday right into to Saturday, and it was absolutely just jam-packed action back to back to back. But that's not all that we have on our cards. NRU rugby, a very, very, I want to say competitive. It was supposed to be competitive. It was supposed to be competitive. It is competitive. It's always competition. Because rugby, there's no such thing as an easy win. Because even if you won, you got tackled at least 7 times. But it was a dominating performance from Rehoboth Falcons as they took on Dolphin. This was the scoreline. Rehoboth Falcons 42, Dolphins 12. These are the NRU Premier League teams. Let's have a look at the highlights of how that game went.
Aan die kant van Rehoboth Falcons. En die bal kom hier agter uit en daar gaan Rehoboth Falcons dryf bitter sterk daar na vore. Hulle is etlike meters daar van die doellyn van Dolphins. Die bal kom agter toe uit en daar kry lekker lig. Agterin af en daar trek Rehoboth Falcons en daar gaan hulle vorentoe. Bal is beskikbaar, bal kry lekker lig hier agter en daar trek Rehoboth Falcons. Skeieregter blaas hard op sy vletjie en roep hulle terug. Etlike 2 meter af van die doelgebied. Skeieregter sê manne, julle moet uitrol. En dan word vinnig getik daar en die bal word vinnig daar aangegee en daar gaan Rehoboth Falcons so verdedigend, maar Dolphins het nog steeds die bal in besit. Dolphins gee die bal agter toe. En die bal kan sommer lekker lig, soos die manne beloof het, so is dit. Bal word vorentoe geskop, en daar, die bams van 'n rugbybal, en daar gaan Dolphins oor. Ons kyk wat maak hulle. En is tussen die pale deur, en is nog 2 punte vir Dolphins. En Rehoboth Falcons het nog steeds beheer van die bal. Etlike meters van die doellyn van Dolphins. Skeieregter blaas daar hard op sy fluitjie. En Rehoboth Falcons stuk vinnig daar, en dan gaan hulle oor, nee. Dit is pragtig gedoen aan die kant van Rehoboth Falcons. Dolphins ingesit. Opgetel daar so, deur die nommer 8 van Dolphins. Maar ek dink dit was 'n bitter goeie plan nie. Die Dolphins wat die bal hier so etlik hier teen die kantlyn bitter goed gedoen aan die kant van. Hulle hou die bal bitter goed lewendig en die bal gaan agtertoe uit en daar etlike meters van die doellyn af. Dolphins hou hulle mooi op. Die bal is daar beskikbaar. En daar word die bal uitgegooi en daar gaan Rehoboth Falcons oor. En hulle sit nog punt op. En Rehoboth Falcons met 21 punte. En hier kom Rehoboth Falcons met 'n teeraanval. Falcons nog steeds beheer van die bal en gee hom daar vir 'n gevaarlike agterlyn en daar word klein en daar trek Rehoboth Falcons, daar trek hy. Dis die kruisverdediger wat hom kry, maar hy gee die bal uit. En daar kry hulle hom en as kaptein Cameron wel gedaan, Rehoboth Falcons. Gehou daar. Gehou. Dolphins hou die bal daar. Dolphins hou die bal. Bitter goeie skram daar aan die kant van Dolphins. En hier kom die bal agtertoe. En die manne gaan daar deur 'n halfgaping en is deur. En dan plant hom. Falcons gaan hom tik en hulle gee hom hier vir die groot manne en die bal word daar mooi opgesit. Maar die bal is beskikbaar daar. En die bal kom uit daar aan die kant van Rehoboth Falcons en 'n klein fopper gee, maar daar word 'n onderskepping waargeneem. En daar trek Dolphins. Ons wat die geleentheid het om die bal hier by die lyn staan in te sit. Vorige lyn staan het nie so goed verloop nie. Bitter goed daar opgegaan daar aan die kant van Dolphins. Die bal is beskikbaar hier agter. En daar word onderskep, so byna as die onderskepping, het onderskepping plaasgevind daar. Gaping oop, en daar trek Rehoboth Falcons. Ongelukkig verloor hulle die bal, en daar is 'n verdediging, of hulle gaan op die klein kantjie om, nog steeds te kort. Hulle probeer, maar Dolphins hou hulle mooi op. En die bal kry lekker lig hier agter. En daar kom hulle, daar gaan hulle oor. Skeieregter sê. En daar val hulle aan. En dit word bitter goed daar gehardloop aan die kant van Rehoboth Falcons. En dan verdediging. Wel gedaan. Hulle gaan die bal hier by hulle voorspelers hou. En ja. En daar hier agtertoe. Lig gee en Falcons gaan die skop, hulle gaan hardloop. En dis Falcons, klop eerste verdediger, kom nie verby die tweede ene nie. Dolphins, en daar word afgetrap. Slottrap daar af. Jammer, sê die skeieregter, jy het heeltemal oorgekom. En daar speel Rehoboth Falcons vinnig. En die mooi, en dis mooi loop hier daar aan die kant van Rehoboth Falcons, en dan gaan hulle. En so blitskrieg gehad het. En kom ons kyk hier so. Ja nee, die skrim is daar, maar bitter goed gedoen daar aan die kant van Rehoboth Falcons. En hulle hou die bal lank genoeg en daar trek Rehoboth Falcons. Daar trek hulle en daar trek hy.
Those were the final results of the game that took place today at the Coast. Now today also the long-awaited finals of the Namibian National Bowling Championships took place at the courts of Eros and Winter Bowling Club in the capital. We got some words from Mariki van der Berg, who is the defending champion, and Christo Kat Steenkamp, who is also the defending champion for the men's. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
I'm here with the ladies national singles champion for 2024, Mariki van der Berg, or is it Van den Berg?
Van den Berg.
This is the third year in a row that she conquered the title. Mariki, how was the play today in the singles final?
I'm happy to see the youngsters coming through. They are not easy. So you have to fight for the title each time, and I think it was the experience that pulled me through at the end. Yes.
Yeah, I've watched the game, and I think your nerves, the butterflies were there, but they were like in formation, like they put it. Mariki, congratulations. Anyone else that you would like to thank for your achievement for the third time in a year, winning the singles title?
I would like to thank King Price for being the sponsor. We haven't had a sponsor in a while, and thank you for being there, and thank you for supporting bowls.
Mariki, thank you very much. This is all with me. Thank you very much for your time, and once again, congratulations.
Thank you.
I've got Kat Steenkamp, the 2024 men's single champion for the second year in a row, Kat.
Yeah,
you won the battle by 21 shots to 10 versus Julian Barth. Viljoen, sorry for that one. At the Eros Bowling Club in Windhoek. Kat, it wasn't that easy.
No, it wasn't. Julian is obviously a very skilled opponent. It was it's a good one getting one up on him. I think it was a good game, very competitive. Everything. In hindsight, I'm just happy it's done.
Yeah. Cut the weather played quite well along, nicely. No rain, although it looks like there's something in the air.
Yeah, it's the weather had quite an influence on the week actually. In the mornings the greens tend to firm up a bit, and then it's a bit quicker. And then in midday it releases a bit of moisture, and then it becomes a bit slower. So you have to be very attentive when bowling. So it was, all in all, it was thanks to all the greenkeepers and everyone who prepared the greens. Job well done.
Anyone that you would like to thank Kat for your achievement?
Yeah, obviously the wife and the kids first. Taking a week off work is never easy, and wife has to babysit two very busy boys. So I'd like to thank her really. Obviously it's also a birthday week, so in the dog box there. But my family and especially my close friends like Axel and guys who support you throughout the week. It's what you need. You need someone to carry you through the week. So to all my friends, family, thanks. It's thanks for allowing me to play.
Good. Just finally, this is not a game just for old people or people in the midlife with a midlife crisis. I saw very young boys playing today. Youngsters as well. So it's not a game of age or race or abled or disabled. It's really a game for everybody. We've got a responsibility, and thanks to King Price, for the advertisement. It's great getting someone like that on board, so we can get the game to a bigger audience. We do have a responsibility as bowlers to promote the sport to everyone, regardless age, race, able, disabled, it doesn't matter. Everybody's welcome, and obviously the future of the sport is the youngsters, so we need them, and the more we can get, the better. God, thank you very much for your time, and once again, congratulations with your consecutive national title, singles title.
Thank you so much.
Nothing quite like being a back-to-back champion, which, by the way, is what Manchester City is trying to do for the third time. And it seems like they are poised to do that as they've gone to the top of the English Premier League. However, Sunday Arsenal take on Manchester United. This is the marquee event. This one means everything to Arsenal. For Manchester United, it's at home at Old Trafford. The results have not been flowing. So, of course, they want to change the tide, or at least send a clear message, which is, don't fire Ten Hag.
I've lost my confidence in Manchester United.
Just for context sake, I'm an Arsenal guy. Diana is a Manchester lady. The only reason I'll talk to her tomorrow is because it's Mother's Day. Outside of that is we're not friends tomorrow. But let's hear from the two coaches, Mikel Arteta and Erik Ten Hag, before the clash.
Well, it leaves you a very clear situation that you have to focus and be determined to do what you have to do to be in the best possible position. That's very simple and clear, and that's what we are doing.
And you make sure the players know that it might not work. You have to prepare them to that possible outcome as well.
No, we have to think that it is going to work, and what is going to work is that we try to be better than our opponents and beat them. And the final outcome, that would be something else that at the moment is not in our control.
So that tells you the difficulty, the quality of them, and what we're going to have to do to beat.
My brain always took me to the place where we are lifting the Premier League. That's what my brain is doing at the moment. So I just follow my brain and my gut, and this is how I feel. And this is as well the way that I want everybody to think, and hopefully we can achieve it.
To do, but first of all, we have to perform at a really high level to deserve to win the match. When you look at what we've done over there, so we're going to have to get our best.
If I'd said to you, Mikel, at the beginning of the season, 2 games to go, you'd be right in a title race. Win your last 2 games and the title could be yours, what would you have said?
I would have taken that pen and sign it. Yeah.
We have to think that it is going to work, and what's going to work is
that we are in the journey to try to catch them and try to be better than them, which is the aim and what we have to do. And it is an inspiration to have this level of opposition, and that's what it makes you better always, when there is someone challenge you to go further and further.
The other morning and saw Fulham doing some kite flying.
You have to keep improving and try to be better than them when you face them head to head and in a long season with a lot of demands in this league. But it's what we know, and this season maybe it's not been as high as we already expected, because I think as well the league has gone to a different level, this league, something that I haven't seen before, in my opinion, but that's where we are.
The game understanding, the way he communicates, the way he coaches people.
And that is some doubts. Some players, not in this moment definitely, but we have some doubts. Some players they're really fighting to be available, and that is so amazing. And they all try. They are all desperate to play. Yesterday, Licia came to me. He wanted to play tomorrow, on Sunday against Arsenal, but he's not ready yet. He needs a little bit more time to go through the process. But he is so desperate, and there are more. Rafa Varane, Victor Lindelof, Luke Shaw had a setback in his process as well. But there's still a hope, and he will fight to be available for the final. No, I think they have common sense, and they see when you have 32 different backlines, when you have 8 centre backs, you use 8 centre backs. If they see we use 13 partnerships in centre halves, when they see when we don't have a left fullback, when we have so many injuries, they know that will have a negative impact on the results. And still, we are fighting, and it's huge, FA Cup final. So we are very happy to be there, and can still be a highlight for this season. And of course we are not happy, but we know the reasons why we are underperforming.
All right, so we'll see how that clash goes. It seems like one person's looking encouraged with regards to the coaches, other one might be making excuses. Let's see how it all goes. But thank you very much for staying with the Sport Wrap Saturday studio and of course the wrap-up show. We took you through NSSU Athletics to NRU, through NRU rugby, cricket, bowling. We missed nothing. The Blue Bulls got it done against the Glasgow Warriors. We spoke about Mbappe. This is absolutely the right place to be, making sure you get all the local sport and international sport as you need it. So from Diana Master and Ashwin Berry, cheers.